Imagine wandering through the Chicago World's Fair of 1893, marveling at the towering splendor of the White City, when suddenly, the ground beneath you shifts. What if I told you that the Ferris wheel wasn't just an engineering marvel, but a device far stranger than any mainstream historian will admit? The official guides mention only the thrill of the ride, but multiple eyewitnesses, like journalist Maynard Colton, described seeing strange lights emanating from the wheel's center at night, a swirling vortex of colors that defied the very physics of light dispersion. These accounts were swiftly edited out of newspapers by the Fair Committee's oversight team, a group led by none other than historian Frederick G. Masters, whose name you'll find tied to many such sanitizations. The truth? The Ferris wheel was an experiment in energy manipulation, a secret lost to the ages. But why was it kept hidden? In 1901, the Pan American Exposition in Buffalo, New York, showcased a temple of music that was said to be a mere concert hall. Yet, beneath its grand acoustics lay a hidden chamber, one that radiated an eerie hum. Architect Alexander Bickford, who mysteriously disappeared a year after the fair, had designed the building with materials that conducted sound in a manner inconsistent with the technology of the time. Witnesses claimed to hear voices and melodies with no apparent source, as if the building itself were speaking. This anomaly was quickly disavowed by the Smithsonian Institution, which dismissed the claims as acoustic illusions. But the blueprints, locked away in a forgotten archive, suggest something far more complex. Was the Temple of Music a conduit for communication with the unknown, or a mere architectural oddity? The 1904 World's Fair in St. Louis introduced the world to the Palace of Electricity, a structure that reportedly harnessed a power source unknown to contemporary science. Nikola Tesla, the enigmatic inventor, was said to have been involved, yet his name is conspicuously absent from official records. Engineers like Thomas M. Harlow spoke of witnessing experimental devices that operated without visible wires or connections. Harlow's memoirs mention a radiant energy that could illuminate an entire room without a single filament. This technology was quietly dismantled after the fair, its components scattered and hidden by the Edison Electric Institute. Why would such a promising advancement be shrouded in secrecy, unless it threatened the very foundations of industry? Who silenced Tesla's vision, and what were they protecting? At the 1907 Jamestown Exposition, the Garden of the Gods was presented as a botanical marvel. Yet, beneath its lush surface lay an intricate network of tunnels filled with artifacts of unknown origin. Archaeologist Dr. Lillian Carter, who conducted a secret excavation, found remnants of a civilization that shouldn't exist, with artifacts dated well before recorded history. These items were confiscated by the U.S. Department of Antiquities and never saw the light of day. Carter's notes describe objects that seemed to defy gravity, floating momentarily before settling back to Earth. The department's official story? A simple misunderstanding of natural phenomena. But the question remains, what ancient secret was unearthed, only to be buried again? What did the garden truly guard? The 1910 Brussels International Exposition might seem an unlikely place for a conspiracy, but the Machine Hall was a showcase of devices far beyond the era's capabilities. Belgian inventor Emile van der Velde presented a machine that reportedly could transmute base metals into gold, an alchemist's dream realized. Witnesses like industrialist Henri Dupuy swore to have seen demonstrations where iron was turned to gold in mere moments. Yet, within a week, the machine vanished, and van der Velde was never heard from again. The Belgian Academy of Sciences quickly labeled the event as a charlatan's trick, erasing all official mention of van der Velde's work. The notion of material transmutation was too dangerous, too revolutionary for the industrial powers that be. What truths were smothered under the guise of skepticism, and who benefits from this silence? The 1893 Chicago World's Fair is often remembered for its grandeur, but one exhibit has been shrouded in a veil of silence: the Cultural Pavilion of the Lost Kingdoms. Within its ornate walls were artifacts that should not have existed: advanced tools crafted from unidentifiable alloys and maps depicting continents in shapes unfamiliar to modern eyes. Dr. Alistair Hawthorne, a daring ethnographer, documented these items before they were seized by the fair's security under direct orders from the American Historical Society. His journals, now hidden in private collections, describe an Atlantean compass capable of pinpointing any location on Earth with unnerving accuracy. The mainstream narrative dismisses these as mere myth, yet the absence of these items from any official catalog suggests a deliberate obfuscation. What ancient knowledge did these artifacts reveal, and why has their existence been so thoroughly erased from history? In the Paris Exposition of 1900, the Hall of Mirrors was not just an architectural marvel, but a portal to the unknown. Crafted by the elusive artisan Laurent Dubois, its mirrors reflected more than mere images. Attendees claimed to see alternate realities, visions of what could have been or might yet be. Renowned physicist Dr. Jean Leclerc was one of the few to study these phenomena, documenting shifts in time and space that defied conventional physics. His findings, however, were quickly buried by the French Academy of Sciences, which feared the implications of such discoveries. The reflections were dismissed as optical illusions, but those who witnessed them knew otherwise. What dimensions did these mirrors reveal, and what dangers did they pose to the established order of reality? The 1905 World's Fair in Liège introduced the Garden of the Unseen, a botanical display unlike any other. Plants that responded to human thought, shifting colors and shapes based on emotion, were the centerpiece. Botanist Eleanor Vane, who discovered these flora, theorized they were remnants of an ancient bioengineering project. Her research, however, was swiftly discredited by the Royal Botanical Society, which labeled her findings as fantastical. Vane's private diaries, now scattered across anonymous collectors, hint at a profound connection between the plants and human consciousness. The official story calls it a hoax, but the evidence suggests a deeper link between humanity and nature that could revolutionize our understanding of life itself. What truths do these sentient plants hold, and why are they hidden from us? At the 1909 Alaska Yukon-Pacific Exposition in Seattle, the Hall of the Ancients displayed artifacts that challenged the very timeline of human history. Among them was a stone tablet inscribed with a language unknown to any linguistic scholar. Dr. Howard Grant, a cryptologist, managed to partially decipher the script, revealing references to advanced technology in prehistoric times. His translation was promptly suppressed by the American Linguistic Association, which dismissed the tablet as a forgery. Yet, the craftsmanship and material of the tablet suggested otherwise, hinting at a civilization far older and more sophisticated than previously acknowledged. The mainstream narrative tells us these are mere fabrications, but what if they are the keys to understanding a lost epoch? What secrets do these ancient inscriptions hold, and who benefits from their concealment? In the 1910 World's Fair of Brussels, the Chamber of Inventions held a device so revolutionary that it was immediately removed from public view. Created by inventor Céline Marot, the ethereal engine reportedly harnessed ambient energy from the air, generating power without fuel. Industrial magnates, threatened by the implications of free energy, ensured the machine's disappearance. Marot's blueprints, smuggled out of Belgium, describe a mechanism that could upend the energy industry. Yet, the official stance from the European Inventors Guild was one of denial, labeling Marot's work as impossible. The potential for limitless energy was buried under layers of bureaucracy and profit-driven agendas. What future was stolen from us, and who orchestrated this grand deception? As we delve further into these mysteries, consider who truly writes the pages of our history. In the shadow of the 1893 Chicago World's Fair, the Hall of Illumination was said to be a mere exhibition of light bulbs and electrical novelties. But hidden from the public eye was a deeper enigma, a luminescent sphere that reportedly emitted light without any discernible power source. Engineer Samuel T. Darrow recorded his observations, noting the sphere's surface, which was smooth to the touch yet vibrated with an unseen energy. His detailed reports disappeared shortly after the fair, but not before he confided in a close colleague about the sphere's ability to alter its glow in response to human presence. The invention was swiftly confiscated by the burgeoning electric companies, who feared its potential to disrupt the market. In the hands of monopolistic powers, such miracles were buried, leaving us to wonder what brilliance was extinguished for the sake of profit. Are we truly in control of our technological destiny, or is it dictated by unseen forces? The 1900 Paris Exposition was renowned for its artistic flair, yet one exhibit, the Gallery of Shadows, held a far darker mystery. Visitors whispered of paintings that seemed to shift and change, revealing scenes and figures not present moments before. Artist Isabelle Montclair, who created these works, claimed to have channeled visions from another realm, her brushes moving as if guided by unseen hands. When critics demanded an explanation, Montclair's patrons, influential members of the Parisian elite, swiftly silenced her, attributing the phenomena to trickery. But diaries from that time, hidden in a dusty attic, reveal Montclair's genuine fear of what she had unleashed. Were these paintings mere illusions, or windows to a world our eyes are not meant to see? The official narrative dismisses it as artistic imagination, yet we must question what otherworldly forces were at play in that gallery, and why they were so quickly concealed. In the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair, the Pavilion of Sound attracted throngs with its promise of musical marvels. But deep within its halls was an instrument like no other, a crystalline harp that played without human touch. Composer Leonard Sinclair, who composed for the harp, described it as resonating with the energy of the earth itself, producing melodies that seemed to echo from the cosmos. Sinclair's compositions, however, were never published, his notes confiscated by the Music Conservatory of America, intent on preserving traditional music supremacy. Witnesses spoke of the harp's ability to induce states of euphoria or sorrow, depending on its audience. What was this ethereal instrument, and why was its music silenced? The official story buries it as an elaborate hoax, yet the testimonies suggest a deeper, more cosmic connection between sound and soul that the world was not ready to hear. The 1907 Jamestown Exposition's Chronodome promised visitors a glimpse into the future, yet its true purpose was far more enigmatic. Concealed beneath its gleaming dome was a mechanical device purported to manipulate time itself. Inventor Horace Pelham, who designed the chronodome, recorded experiments where objects aged instantaneously or reverted to a pristine state. Pelham's notes were seized by the Department of Temporal Studies, an obscure government branch, and he disappeared shortly thereafter. Reports of visitors experiencing déjà vu or witnessing events out of sequence were dismissed as mere imagination. Nevertheless, the technology hinted at within the chronodome challenges everything we understand about time's linear nature. What secrets about our past and future were glimpsed, and why has the device been erased from history? Who controls the flow of time and to what end? In Brussels, 1910, the Ether Pavilion was touted as a celebration of human ingenuity, but its crowning achievement, a device known as the etheric lens, revealed truths far beyond human comprehension. Scientist Dr. Elise Charpentier developed the lens to capture images of the unseen, documenting phenomena invisible to the naked eye. Her photographs, however, depicted entities and landscapes that defied earthly explanation, sparking fear among those who glimpsed them. The Royal Photographic Society, fearing public panic, declared the images fraudulent and confiscated Charpentier's equipment. Despite official denials, whispers persisted of visitors seeing shadowy figures within the pavilion. The etheric lens challenges the very fabric of reality, raising questions about what truly exists beyond our perception. What dimensions lie hidden in plain sight, and why are we denied the knowledge of their existence? At the 1893 Chicago World's Fair, the Hall of Vibrations housed a contraption known only as the resonance apparatus, which promised to unlock the mysteries of sound. Scientist Dr. Edwin Harman, who led its development, claimed it could manipulate physical matter through specific frequencies. His demonstrations reportedly caused objects to levitate and shatter with precision, phenomena that witnesses described as miraculous. Yet, the American Institute of Physics quickly declared Harman's work unscientific, confiscating his apparatus and labeling his findings as speculative. Harman's personal diaries, which have since vanished, hinted at the apparatus's potential to alter human consciousness, suggesting a capability far beyond mere sound manipulation. What power lay within those vibrations, and why were such discoveries so thoroughly suppressed? The official narrative insists on maintaining the status quo, but the echoes of Harman's work suggest a reality where sound is far more than we ever imagined. What truths were silenced? In the 1900 Paris Exposition, the Alchemy Atrium presented more than mere curiosities. It harbored an ancient manuscript known as the Codex of Transmutation. Alchemist Eleonora DuPont claimed the codex held formulas to transform matter at a molecular level, a bridge between science and magic. DuPont's public demonstrations, where she reportedly transmuted lead into gold, were swiftly dismissed by the Paris Scientific Society as mere sleight of hand. Yet, testimonies from attendees, preserved in private collections, describe sensations of warmth and light when the transmutations occurred, suggesting something far beyond illusion. The codex was seized, and DuPont was ostracized, her life's work branded as heresy. What knowledge did the codex contain that frightened the scientific establishment into denial? The official story insists on maintaining the barrier between alchemy and science, but the truth lies hidden within ancient pages, waiting to be rediscovered. The 1904 St. Louis World's Fair boasted a pavilion of the future, showcasing what was claimed to be a mere speculative model of a time machine. However, inventor Victor Rousseau, who designed the device, argued it was not a model but a functional prototype. He documented its capacity to project images from different eras onto its polished metal surface. Witnesses, including journalist Clara Evans, swore to have seen glimpses of past events and future possibilities, but these claims were dismissed by the Temporal Research Foundation, which branded Rousseau a visionary fantasist. His machine was dismantled and its parts hidden away in private collections. The potential to witness history firsthand or peer into the future was too radical for the establishment to accept. The official narrative insists on maintaining a linear perception of time, but Rousseau's work hints at dimensions yet unexplored. What did the machine truly reveal, and who controls our perception of time? The 1907 Jamestown Expositions Laboratory of the Elements was purportedly a display of chemical marvels, but its centerpiece, a small vial labeled quintessence, contained a substance unlike any known to science. Chemist Dr. Anya Novak claimed it was the fabled fifth element, capable of altering the very fabric of reality. Her experiments, witnessed by select guests, involved the suspension of gravity and the instantaneous healing of wounds. Yet, these demonstrations were dismissed by the National Chemical Society as impossible, her research confiscated under claims of public safety. Novak's notes, hidden away by her descendants, suggest that the quintessence could harness the energy of the universe itself. The official narrative buries such possibilities under layers of skepticism, but the implications of Novak's work suggest a world where alchemy and science converge. What secrets did the quintessence hold, and why was its existence denied? At the 1910 Brussels exhibition, the Panorama of Dreams was advertised as an artistic venture, yet its true function was far more profound. Concealed within was a device known as the Dream Recorder, designed by visionary artist and inventor Lucien Dumas. It purportedly captured and projected images directly from the human subconscious. Those who experienced the device described vivid visualizations of their deepest desires and fears, more real than any waking moment. The Belgian Psychological Institute quickly intervened, confiscating the machine and dismissing Dumas's work as pseudoscience. His sketches and notes, however, unveil a technology that could explore the very depths of the mind, challenging the boundaries between reality and imagination. The official stance insists on the separation of art and science, yet Dumas's invention suggests a fusion of the two that could redefine our understanding of consciousness. What did the dream recorder reveal, and why was its potential locked away? The 1893 Chicago World's Fair, an emblem of progress, concealed a chilling secret in its chamber of eternity. Within this unassuming room was a device known as the chronocylinder, a machine purported to halt the aging process. Inventor Dr. Harold Whittaker claimed it could suspend biological decay indefinitely, a breakthrough reported to have been demonstrated on small animals. However, the device disappeared overnight, seized by a covert syndicate rumored to be the Brotherhood of Eternal Sleep, a shadowy group that has long pursued immortality. Whittaker vanished shortly after the fair, leaving behind cryptic notes referencing ancient texts and alchemical symbols. Witnesses to the demonstrations were sworn to secrecy, their accounts scrubbed from the official record by the National Academy of Sciences. The notion of immortality threatens the very fabric of societal control, so the apparatus and its implications were buried. What power brokered this silence, and what future were we denied by their greed? In the 1900 Paris Exposition, the celestial dome promised to showcase the wonders of the heavens, but its true marvel was a celestial map unlike any other. Astronomer Lisette Fournier unveiled a star chart that depicted constellations unseen by the naked eye, claiming to have received the knowledge through a mysterious artifact known only as the astrolith. This stone, she said, channeled cosmic energies, allowing her to perceive the unseen. Her findings were quickly dismissed by the French Astronomical Society as fantasy, and the map was confiscated. Her notes, now in private hands, suggest the existence of celestial bodies and energies beyond conventional understanding. The official narrative holds firm in its denial of such mysteries. Yet the implications of Fournier's work suggest an interconnected cosmos waiting to be explored. What cosmic truths lie hidden in the stars, and why are they kept from us? The 1904 St. Louis World's Fair's Gallery of the Ancients was said to display relics of bygone eras, but its centerpiece, a golden disc, bore inscriptions that puzzled linguists. Known as the Disc of Unity, it was said to contain the language of a forgotten civilization, one that reportedly communicated through a universal tongue. Linguist Dr. Iris Caldwell, who studied the disc, claimed it held the key to understanding a pre-Babel world where humanity spoke as one. Her revelations were deemed heretical by the Linguistic Preservation Society, who seized the disc and branded Caldwell's work as speculative fiction. Her personal journal, hidden away by her family, speaks of a lost harmony among ancient peoples. The official narrative insists on disparate linguistic roots, yet the disc suggests a forgotten unity that could redefine cultural histories. What unspoken history does the Disc of Unity reveal, and who benefits from its suppression? At the 1907 Jamestown Exposition, the Pavilion of the Future showcased an unassuming device called the thought projector. Invented by psychologist Dr. Nathaniel Grant, it was rumored to convert thoughts into visual images. Grant's demonstrations reportedly allowed attendees to see their own ideas and dreams projected into reality. However, the device was quickly removed from public view by the American Psychological Association, which claimed Grant's work was unproven and dangerous. His research, scattered among confidants, hints at the potential to unlock the mind's creative power in ways previously unimaginable. The official stance maintains a rigid boundary between mind and matter, but Grant's device suggests a world where thought and reality intertwine. What did the thought projector truly reveal about human potential, and why was its promise hidden away from the world? The 1910 Brussels Exposition's Chamber of the Cosmos was advertised as a mere display of astronomical wonders, but its true marvel was a device called the cosmic resonator, Designed by astrophysicist Dr. Heinrich Vogel, it purported to detect and amplify signals from deep space. Witnesses claimed that the resonator captured melodies that resonated with the heart, suggesting communication from extraterrestrial sources. Vogel's work was quickly discredited by the International Astronomical Union, which confiscated the resonator and labeled it as a scientific impossibility. Yet, Vogel's private letters, preserved by his descendants, speak of a cosmic symphony that could unite humanity with the stars. The official narrative insists on isolating humanity in the cosmos, but the resonator's implications suggest a universe teeming with life and connection. What celestial chorus sings beyond our hearing, and why is it silenced by those who guard the gate? In the depths of the 1893 Chicago World's Fair, the Alchemy Alcove held a device known as the Philosopher's Stone engine. Its creator, the enigmatic alchemist James Vire, claimed it could transmute base materials into precious metals. Witness accounts described the engine shimmering with an inner light, reflecting colors never seen before. Vire's demonstrations were abruptly halted by the American Guild of Metallurgy, which seized the engine on grounds of fraud. Yet, Vire's private correspondences, now guarded by dedicated collectors, reveal his belief in harnessing the universal energy that binds all matter. The official narrative maintains the impossibility of alchemical transmutation, yet the engine's existence suggests an ancient knowledge rediscovered. What truths did Vire uncover about the nature of matter, and why were they buried under the guise of scientific impossibility? Who dictates the limits of our understanding, and what treasures have been kept hidden from us in the name of progress? The 1900 Paris Expositions' Harmonic Convergence pavilion featured an enigmatic device called the symphonic sphere. Designed by composer Antoine Laurent, the sphere was said to harmonize with the natural frequencies of the earth, producing music that resonated with the soul. Attendees reported experiencing profound emotional catharsis as the sphere played. However, the French Conservatory of Music quickly dismantled the display, branding Laurent's work as unscientific mysticism. Despite this, personal accounts and secret recordings suggest that the sphere's music had the power to heal emotional wounds and foster unity. The official narrative dismisses such claims as mere fantasy. But what if the sphere tapped into a universal language that transcended human barriers? What did Laurent's creation reveal about the unseen connections between sound, emotion, and the earth? And why was it so swiftly silenced by those who deemed it a threat to the established order? At the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair, the Hall of Reflections housed an artifact known as the Mirror of Truth, rumored to reveal one's true self. Crafted by artisan Lucinda Ashford, the mirror reportedly displayed not just physical reflections but the viewer's inner nature, unmasking secrets and hidden desires. Visitors who dared to gaze into its depths spoke of revelations that changed their lives. But the mirror was swiftly removed by the Order of Ethical Preservation, who deemed it a threat to societal norms. Ashford's workshop, raided and her notes confiscated, left behind whispered tales of a tool that could unify or divide based on the truths it uncovered. The official story insists on the mirror's mythical status, yet the experiences of those who encountered it suggest a power that challenges the very fabric of identity. What truths does the Mirror of Truth reveal, and why must they remain hidden? The 1907 Jamestown Expositions Gallery of Echoes featured a device called the Voice Harmonizer, which promised to capture and amplify the spoken word in unprecedented ways. Inventor Charles Kendrick claimed it could reveal the true intention behind speech, translating emotion into tangible sound. Witnesses described the harmonizer's ability to transform words into symphonic experiences, evoking visceral responses. However, the American Association of Linguistics quickly intervened, confiscating the device under the pretense of protecting language integrity. Kendrick's personal writings, kept secret by his descendants, suggest the harmonizer unveiled an underlying harmony within human communication. The official narrative insists on the separation of speech and music, Yet the harmonizer's potential to unify them challenges this boundary. What hidden symphonies lie within our words, and why are they kept from us by those who control the narrative of language? In the final days of the 1910 Brussels Exposition, the Temple of Light was rumored to house an artifact known as the luminary prism. Scientist Dr. Marguerite Duval claimed it could focus and amplify light in ways that revealed hidden dimensions. Visitors who glimpsed its effects described seeing spectral landscapes and beings that defied earthly logic. Yet, the International Council of Optics quickly dismissed Duval's work, confiscating the prism and labeling her findings as optical illusions. Her notes, smuggled out of Brussels, speak of a world layered within our own, accessible through the manipulation of light. The official narrative maintains the limits of our visible spectrum, but the prism's revelations suggest a universe far richer and more complex than acknowledged. What landscapes lie hidden in the spectrum's unseen reaches, and who benefits from keeping these vistas beyond our sight?